In my time, I've used a lot of grip socks, and I mean a lot of grip socks. So in this video, I'm going to share with you everything that you need to know about grip socks. First of all, what are grip socks and what do they do? Essentially, all they are performance socks that prevent your feet from sliding around while you're wearing sports footwear. So that could be football boots, running shoes. It doesn't necessarily matter the sport. In essence, you can just call them glorified yoga socks. How do I know if I need grip socks? First of all, I'd make sure you're wearing the correct size. Maybe you need to go half size down, as some foot slippage could be due to you wearing the wrong size football boot. If size really isn't an issue and you're still feeling slippage in maybe the inside of your foot, which is known as rollover or longer heel, then I would recommend maybe investing in a pair of grip socks. However, grip socks aren't really essential. It's more of a preference-based thing. Some people like them, some people don't. I do like them, and I'll even wear them when I have football boots which I don't feel any slippage in. What are the benefits of wearing grip socks? Wearing grip socks has a number of advantages, even if you don't feel heel slippage, so here are 5 of them. So number 1 is improved comfort. Some grip socks are cushioned and a bit thicker than regular football socks, which makes them more comfortable to wear. Number 2 is the reduced risk of blisters. Grip socks will prevent your foot from rubbing against the inside of a boot, which otherwise would cause blisters to form. 3, improved performance. That foot slippage or blisters can be uncomfortable and a bit distracting as well when you're playing, so the idea of wearing grip socks to remove all of those things allows you to be, gets rid of distractions and allows you to be a bit more focused on your game. Number 4, it makes your boots feel better. The improved lockdown that you'd get from a good pair of grip socks makes your boots feel a bit more responsive. And number 5, bear with me on this one, it makes changing direction easier. So if you experience foot slippage inside your boots, and when you're changing direction, your body puts in a lot of effort to stabilize yourself so you can actually move off in the other direction. And with grip socks, your feet are already kind of locked in place, so you're already stabilized, so there's no need to actually put in that extra effort to stabilize yourself unconsciously, so changing direction feels a bit easier. What types of grip socks are there? So from my experience, there are 3 main types of grip socks, and it has to do with the grip elements on them. So you have grip socks with like silicone rubbery elements. You have grip socks where the grip elements are woven into the sock. And then you have grip socks where the grip elements are more like kind of suede or polyurethane like. How much should I pay for grip socks? Now, the amount you pay on grip socks has to do with your budget. And when it comes more to grip socks, I wouldn't focus on the brands, I'd focus more on the features that they offer. So when I say features, I'm talking about kind of moisture wicking. Are they anatomically fitting? So is there one for your left foot or your right foot? What material is the grip elements made from? What kind of compressive features does it have? What kind of patented technologies does this grip sock have? All these things kind of come into play. So the more there are of them, the more likely you're going to pay for your grip socks. Now, typically, the price also is affected mostly by the grip elements. So, personally, a lot of the kind of rubber, silicone, grip socks that you see from all these other offshoot brands, I would never pay more than, I'd say, £15 for them, in my opinion. And that's because you see the most variability in terms of how good they are. Now, in the upper price band, you get grip socks where the grip elements are either woven into the material of the sock, or they use some kind of suede-like grip elements, or if they've got some kind of, medical approval or some kind of antimicrobial properties as well. But as always, it kind of depends on your budget, so try and find something that suits you. Does the thickness of the grip socks matter? Yes, it does. But first, you need to consider how your boots fit on your feet already. So if you play with thin socks and there's not a lot of room in your boots anyway, I wouldn't get grip socks which are too thick because your boots might end up feeling too tight. But if you do have extra room in your boots, you can get thicker grip socks. It all depends on your own preference. How many grip socks do I need? Now, because of the amount of friction that your grip socks have to deal with, not a lot of them have a good durability. And for that reason, I would recommend having at least 2 pairs of grip socks if you can. So use one for training and then you use one for your matches. But if you can only get one, I'd say only use the grip socks in matches and then maybe wear your other socks during training sessions. How should I style my grip socks? Now, this is all preference based. So some people like to cut their socks. Some people like to wear their socks over their socks. Some people wear like pre-cut socks or sock sleeves. And it all depends on your kind of what's available to you and your own preference. Personally, I like to use leg sleeves. It looks a lot cleaner and there's a lot less hassle. You don't have to keep cutting your socks. Because, after a while they start ripping and you need to buy a replacement pair. So yeah, pre-cut or cut sleeves or whatever you want to call them. Those are the best option in my opinion. And you actually see a lot of pros wearing them rather than cutting their own socks as well. How do I clean my grip socks? So when it comes to washing them, I'd either wash them cold or anything below 30 degrees. So if you're using the Imperial system, firstly, go up, and then, just do your conversions. And when it comes to drying them, always let them air dry or drip dry, whatever phrase you want to use. Just don't put them in a tumble dryer. What you find with a lot of grip socks is that the grip elements are very heat sensitive. So actually exposing them to high temperatures can cause the grip elements to peel off or melt. It actually, in truth, you shouldn't actually put grip sock or any kind of sock in the tumble dryer in itself. So a lot of you may not know, but like, socks are industrially stretched, so because they use as little yarn as possible to make them look bigger. So when you do put them in a dryer, it causes them to shrink. So just in general, don't put socks or especially your grip socks in the tumble dryer. What are the best grip socks? So there's loads of grip sock brands out there, and I've reviewed a decent amount of them. So please check out my playlist on all the grip socks I've reviewed so far, and I will be adding to that list as well. At the moment, my favorite to use are WeFoot grip socks, and then pretty much the whole package are a decent price as well. So they're comfortable, anatomically fitting, suede-like grip elements. There's grips on the inside and outside of the sock, which is quite rare as well. And they only cost £22, which I think is a fair price. However, it is a preference-based thing, so you might actually buy a pair and you may not like them, but I love them. Some people like tape design, some people like gain the edge. So yeah, try and find what's best for you. And that's been it for the video, guys. If you have any more questions regarding grip socks, please comment them down below. Like always, if you thought the video was helpful, please like the video. If you like videos around grip socks, football boots, all that kind of football power stuff, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all my socials. And once again, my name is Sal. This has been SubStanceFtb. Thank you for watching. Peace out.